Hello, nice to see you in this new video. I'm with Nicola today and we will talk about the wheel size. So Nicola, there is wheels from 125 millimeters, there is wheels from 80 millimeters like on the skates. Which one do you prefer?
It's very hard for me to choose. I think lately I've been skating 80 millimeters. These are the undercover. Yeah, I think I like these because 480s keeps me lower to the ground, and also the length of the frame is good to play, to do some footwork and jumps and stuff like that. It helps because I'm lower to the ground and I have a bit more balance. Maybe I can feel the ground closer, it feels good.
Yeah, this is the main advantage of smaller wheels. You are so close to the ground. And actually the 80 millimeters wheels was also wheel size that we used for speed in the past. And when I started inline speed skating, we were even using wheels of 76 millimeters, but we had 5 wheels on each skate. And the standard of 5 wheels 80 millimeters was for very long. It was not as fast as now, and the smaller wheels are a bit slower than the bigger wheels, but like you say, it's such a nice feeling. I remember we are so close to the ground and it gives more feelings, more of pleasure of skating, I would say, because of actually being close to the ground. It's super nice.
But then at the same time, I really enjoy when I'm on 125s, for example. I feel like, because you said pleasure, and I remember like whenever I skate 125s, the feeling of being able to go from edge to edge on 125s is so, like, you can feel the switch so much and you can bring it so low on each side. That, to me, I love that feeling. Like,
I like the way you speak, and I can see on your face the emotion and the sensation, the feeling you got on the skate. And the wheels is very important for this. Whatever you take, small wheels or big wheels, they give you a different feelings when you skate, and it's nice when you can experiment different kind of urethane of different profile on the wheels. But even just on the wheel size, like you say, the edge to edge on the 125, you feel it a lot. On the small wheels, it's super fast. On the bigger wheels, it's like a slower edge to edge, and it makes you feel also the speed. They go far. It's easier to get the speed with big wheels. Yeah. It's easier to get the maneuverability on the smaller wheels.
Yeah, I think 125s is nice because maybe you got 3, so the maneuverability is still good, and like the speed is amazing. It's like you give one push and the skate just keeps going and going and going. Where on 80s you feel like it slows down. But maybe the thing on 125s that I like the least is that it's a bit more difficult. For example, I don't know, when you land jumps and you do this type of tricks, then you're higher from the ground, so you need like a lot of ankle strength, and which you may have, so it still works. Because I don't know, for me in the end I also do big jumps. Nicola, for example, he was doing crazy jumps on 125s as well, but still the feeling is not as great as on 80s. So
yeah, I can imagine. In speed we never do jump, except for example if somebody's just crashing in front of us, we have to jump over or on the side. But the reception is not like what you guys are doing, so we don't have this problem. And maybe the reception on smaller wheels is kind of easier to control. Like you say, you probably need a lot of strength stability from the ankle to be able to make reception on bigger wheels. What I like, the feeling that the 125 millimeters or even 110 millimeters give me and give in speed is like, whatever the pavement is good or bad, if there is vibration or not, the big wheels have a big advantage there.
Yeah, that's true.
And in speed we only use bigger wheels now, but I can imagine maybe for you when you go urban, if you know the road is smooth, do you like to go smaller wheels, and when the road is more rough, maybe bigger wheels?
Yeah, I think for me now is, if I am just cruising around the city, I would, like, if my idea is like, okay, just go around the city, then I would pick 3 125s. If it's like, I'll go around the city, but maybe play with some obstacles, like get a bit more groovy with the activity, then I will go for a smaller wheel size, which still able to do on 125s. In the end, I love 125. That's why I cannot choose. I'm like, I just pick one and
Yeah, we can basically do a lot on every wheel size. Huh? Like I say before the speed was with 80 millimeters.
Yeah.
Now it's on 110 or 125. So everything is possible on every size, but there is some little advantage. And the big wheels maintain the speed. The smaller wheels give you more maneuverability. They are more playful, basically.
So one question, like for example, in speed now, it wouldn't make sense to go smaller wheel.
No, basically you have no chance. If you start, if you put even Bart swings and put him on 80 millimeter wheels at the start of the race, he would have no chance. I think he would not even be able to follow the pack. So it's a huge difference in terms of speed.
So the tool makes a big advantage.
Especially in marathon, Powerslide is the brand who bring the 125. It was a big change for the marathon. If you don't have 125, it's very hard to compete. You can still see in some race, you still have skater using 4x 110, but if you use smaller wheels than 110, you basically have no more chance. You would not stay in the pack 5 minutes.
Also, there are some like midways for if you're not just going speed and if you're not completely going like fully jumping or slalom and you want like such a small wheel. There's also like 90s and 100s, which I really enjoy as well. I think when I use 100s, I like a bit of rocker, because otherwise my maneuverability goes completely. But with 90s, I think is also like it's got a bit more speed than 80, but it still allows a good maneuverability for jumps. They don't. Like for jumps, 90s doesn't feel that higher for the ankles.
In speed, we still use actually different size of wheels, depending on your age. When you're in the small category, the kids, they use usually 4x 90 millimeters. Then the cadet category, they use 4x 100 millimeters. And then you can go to 4x 110s or 3x 125 for marathon. So there is still a wide range of wheel size in speed, but it's just depending on which age you are when you have to follow some rules about the wheel size. Okay, thanks Nicola for those information about the wheel size. It's always good to share you some little pro and cons for the wheel size. When you change your skate, when you buy a new setup, you can use this information to see what feeling you want to get on your skate with it. See you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.